Good morning, everyone. This is the ThinkPad T470s, and we are in the year 2020. This is December of 2020. I got this unit approximately 5 years ago, and back when I got the unit, all the technology that was built in was pretty much a state of the art. I'm gonna go over some of the configurations that this unit had when I got it, and it still has as of now. When I obtained the unit, I ordered it with an Intel i7 7500 U CPU, clocking in from 2.70 to 2.9 gigahertz. As you can see there, it also came with built-in RAM, not built-in RAM, it's actually upgradable RAM of 16 gigabytes and a 1 terabyte Samsung NVMe hard drive. Back then, between 4.5 to 5 years ago, the NVMe drives were pretty much beginning to go on mainstream. They were not that common. Back then, the most common type of drive were the regular SSD drives. So this type of drives are way faster, they have less latency, and it offers a whopping amount of storage. As you can see here on this drive, I mean, this is not the specific drive that my ThinkPad came with, but when I open the unit, I'm gonna go ahead and show you. So it's similar to this type of drive, what I have inside this unit. And when I got it, this was like state-of-the-art stuff. So it wasn't that common to have such of technology of drive. This computer also came with built-in cell phone cellular data LTE. So in addition of having built-in Wi-Fi, it also has the ability to connect to any cell phone service. So in this case, I have a service with T-Mobile, and I pay approximately $10 a month for a data plan of 2 gigabytes per month, which I rarely use it because in my job I connect to Wi-Fi, and at home with my family we connect to Wi-Fi as well. So it's not really necessary, but it's a peace of mind to know that this unit came built in with the technology. And I did get it with the chip, because you do need a WAN card in order to access the the LTE capability. And then on top of that, you have to enter a mini or micro SIM SIM card that the wireless provider would give you to activate it. I do not know if it is capable via electronic SIM, that I'm not sure. Back then they were just using regular SIMs. In addition to that, I got it with, I believe it was a 2-year extended warranty, and just about 6 months ago I still had some current time on the warranty, and I was able to take advantage of the warranty to get the 2 batteries replaced. It comes with 2 batteries that are they're not user upgradable, but they're factory upgradable. And since I have had the computer for so long, the batteries began to give out, and I was getting discharges. I was getting depletion of the battery very fast. I went ahead and sent it to Lenovo, and Lenovo offered very good customer support, and they were able to replace the batteries at no charge. I was without the computer for about a week and a half, but when it came back, the batteries are working fine now. I did use the utility provided by Lenovo to customize and maintain the batteries. Now, I don't have it set up in a way that is taking advantage of that system that allows you to only charge the battery when it has reached either a percentage like 80 or 85% or something like that. That it would allow to extend the lifetime of the battery. But in this case, I'm just letting it charge and discharge because honestly, I don't plan to keep the computer for anywhere longer than a year, because in my view it has already served its time, and pretty much it does not offer a dedicated video card. So it is although I can still use it to render video for content creation, it is not the ideal type of computer to use, or laptop computer to use, because it does not offer one of those mobile high-end video cards such as provided by NVIDIA or AMD, either a Quadro graphics or the regular GTI series of mobile video cards. So when I'm doing video editing, it is very slow to react. There's nothing I can do about that, because to begin with, this was not meant to be a video content creator PC, or for that say a video gaming laptop, because it's not designed for that, for high-end graphics or even 2D graphics. So this computer is more oriented to be a business unit, and it's just meant to run regular common applications that office people, employees use, such as Word, Excel, and so on, Outlook, having your browser open with a couple of windows, and that's pretty much it. But when I began to use intensive work such as video content editing, in this case I've been using this program called Movavi. That's what I use to edit my videos, and just to load to give it time to load the videos, all the videos, into memory, it takes a long time. And that is not to say how much longer it takes once I export the video. So now in late 2020, I am looking for an upgrade. I have been doing my research. I've been looking at other units, Windows units, such as the XPS, the XPS Precision series, the XPS series, and I've been also looking into the MacBook Pro, the new MacBook Pros that came out with the M1 chip. So between next year, or probably the end of next year, I will be upgrading this notebook computer, and I want to get me like a hybrid model that can have a little bit of video graphics, where I can do my video editing content, and at the same time I can have a mobile unit that I can carry with me wherever I go. Now I will open the unit so you can see the internals. Like I said, back in that time, this was a high-end unit. It came customized with all the high-end future-proof technology, such as built-in LTE capabilities, an NVMe solid-state drive, also a high-end i7 CPU. It also has business tools built in, such as that memory card. It's not a memory card, but it's called something else that businesses use to, I guess, log in employees and that. It also has a fingerprint reader, as you can see right here. So if I lock the unit and I want to unlock it, all I have to do is press my finger here and it would automatically unlock. It does not have any of that infrared technology, because back then they didn't have that technology. But overall, the unit is lovely. Oh, and another thing that I have not mentioned, it did come with a Thunderbolt 3. So I have used this to be able to connect it to a docking station. So there are two ways of connecting this unit. I can either use the traditional, which I'm going to show you. I can either use the traditional connecting port that all ThinkPads have, beginning or ending with the T series, T470s. And I'm not sure if the T480s had that technology, have those type of ports yet, because I know that after a while they switched to just Thunderbolt 3. So this is the traditional ThinkPad connectors. Once any of the units that fall in the T series, anywhere before the T470s, including X1 carbons, or if I'm not sure, but in this case the T470 and the T470s, they both have this port technology. And as a matter of fact, my wife has this is the T470s, and my wife has a T470, a regular T470, and it also has the same port, which I'm going to show you. In this case, this is my wife's T470, and it also has the same port technology. So the traditional port, this T470 has a removable battery. My T470S does not, but it is lighter. So that's what I love about this ThinkPad units, is that they come built in. They came built in with this proprietary Lenovo docking mechanism that allows you to connect to a docking station such as this one. And you know, it is a docking station port replicator that once you dock in your ThinkPad, you don't have to worry about connecting anything else. No mouse, no because look at all the variety of ports that you have, including a power supply. This port here is for the power supply, which you can see here. So it'll connect right in here. So it provides power to the unit. It has a live USB port. It has more USBs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more USB ports. These are USB 2.0, a LAN connector, full HDMIs, and display port, another display port, VGA. So I love this. These features that ThinkPads offer, and in this case, my T470S is compatible with the port replicator. So, but just in case that I didn't want to use this traditional, docking mechanism, my ThinkPad T470 came built in with Thunderbolt USB Type-C Thunderbolt port, which is right here. And I do have a Lenovo docking station that connects via Thunderbolt 3, but I rarely use it because I prefer to use this type because it just snaps in. But if I wanted to, I have that option there. As far as ports, it came loaded with so many ports: USB 3, another USB 3, HDMI, a full LAN port, and this is the smart card reader that I was telling you about. Now, as you can see here, this is the area where you would enter the LTE cellular data card there to have mobile data. This is some type of Kensington lock. It also, on the other side, it also has an additional USB Type 2 port, and the power supply port. There's nothing in the back. As you can see, and I keep this unit in pristine condition. It doesn't have, it might have few little scuffles here and there, but overall I keep it very clean. So as you can see, I just snap it back in place, and open it up, and it automatically connects to all the peripherals, such as mouse, the scanner, and anything else that I wanted to connect it, including an external monitor. But as I said, for the type of computer activities I've been lately doing to include video content creation, this is not the ideal type of laptop because it is beginning to show its age. So for me, it's going to be time to upgrade. And like I said, I have been looking into other Windows type of laptop computers that have dedicated video cards. And I have also been looking into the MacBook Pro with the new M1 chip. And I mean, I just love the MacBook Pro with the ones with the M1 chip. I love the fact, that it runs on Mac OS, and I'll be able to use their content creation tools that they have if I do decide to get a MacBook. If not, then I have been looking into the XPS line of Precision with the Quadro dedicated graphics, and also the XPS line with their NVIDIA GTI video graphics. So it is a matter of time before I make up my mind as to what I'm gonna get, because once you buy a computer nowadays, you know that you're looking into getting yourself into another pile of debt. It won't be cheaper than $1,600. Just the configuration alone of the MacBook Pro that I set up the other day under Apple's website is rating at $1,800. That includes a 16 gigabyte of system RAM and a 1 terabyte HDD with the M1 chip, with their activated their full 8-core CPU and GPU. And to look at a similar model in the XPS line, I'm looking at somewhere around between $2,400 to $2,600. Once you start adding additional warranties and accidental damages and all these other sorts of warranties that they lure you into getting. So my decision is going to be based on the type of unit that I need to use. It has to have capabilities for video content creation, such as a dedicated video card. In the case of the MacBook Pro, I may not need it because the M1 chip is so powerful that it would compensate for any Windows type of laptops that have the same capabilities. So I wanted to give you a walkthrough. I wanted to give you an insight of the type of machine that I've been using until now. And to tell you the truth, most of my video content that I have been providing, uploading on YouTube, I have done it on this machine here. Besides the fact that I have used a couple of other videos, I have exported them and rendered them using my son's powerful Legion T730 PC. But in most cases, I use this because I don't want to bother my son, and it just takes longer. And to load the optimizations of the video over memory, it takes way longer. So I may be editing a video and it may take me sometimes approximately 45 minutes from beginning to end. And I do get shortcuts if I go and use my son's Legion PC. But as I said, I need a PC of my own. So what I'm going to do now is that I'm going to open the unit so that you can see the inside. You can see the guts of this baby. And so I'm going to open the unit up now. And as with any other models of Lenovo ThinkPads, the ThinkPad lines, they're very easy to open because traditionally, since the times of IBM, they have been user upgradable. So it's just a matter of any user can just go about and open a unit up and replace the memory or replace the hard drive, or in some cases replace other parts of the unit. Now this unit comes with what they refer to as captive screws. So that means that when you pull the screws out, when the screws are removed from the unit, they do not fall off. So they'll just like come off, but they would stay connected to the shell of the unit. So it is a good thing to have this type of this type of feature, and it is a plus to have this, because in some cases you may open your unit and things may start flying on the table. So as you can see, the screws are captive and they stay inside. So this is what the back of the inside of the shell casing looks like on the T470s. I'm gonna set it aside and I'm gonna give you a walkthrough of the features inside the unit. You know that I just realized that for some reason the fan is running, and the reason why the fan is running is because I had set up the unit to behave in a way that when I close the lid, it's supposed to go into sleep mode. But for some reason it didn't do it, so I have to be very careful. So the unit is still on and the lid is closed. Well, as you can see, here is the fan. It only contains one fan. This is the area where we put the memory, and this is the type of memory that it uses. And it says there, I'm gonna try to flip it around so see if we can read the type of memory that it uses, so that you can see it yourself. And it is right in there. So it says 2400T. That's the type of memory. So I would assume that is the bus speed of the memory. So this is the memory slot, the additional memory slot. This is actually the LTE. This is the LTE card, the wireless cellular LTE. This is the wireless LAN for Wi-Fi. Bless you. And this is the battery. This is one of the batteries because it uses two batteries. It's a two battery system. Although it's not like the T470 that my wife has, the bigger battery is removable. In this case, both batteries are integrated in. They're not user removable, but they could be removed either by the factory, or if you open the unit up, you can get these replaced. So these were the batteries that were recently replaced by Lenovo. They recently replaced them, and the unit was under warranty. So the port replicator is there. That's proprietary port replicator speaker. The speaker out little woofers are there. And as far as milliamps, I mean, it does read that the bigger battery says that it's a 2.09 amp, 24 watt hour. So I'm not really sure in terms of milliamps. Yes, the amperage is there. The bigger battery is 1920 milliamps, and the smaller battery, let's see if you guys can help me locate what's the milliamperage that it contains. It says 26 point, there it is. It's 2225 milliamps. So you do the math. 2225 plus 1920. So it is approximately 4,000 milliamps in size. So you can get a rough idea of how much time it would take to to deplete the battery altogether. Take into consideration also that the screen size that I forgot to mention is not a 1920 by 1080, but it is a 2K. So it is a 2160 by I forget the right resolution size, but it is 2K. It is not a regular HD. So it is a 2160 display, and that's why it looks sharper than regular 1080p displays.
To begin with, there was only a 4 FPS difference. But then, just 10 minutes later, I checked back, and the Air was now averaging 30 FPS, a drop of 8, and the Pro was on 40, a drop of just 2. So even just with 10 minutes...
So this has been a walkthrough of the my ThinkPad T470s in late of 2020. And as I was mentioning about as far as screen resolution, that is another plus. When I got it, the resolution that I got the display with is 2560 by 1440. So this is way sharper. It has more pixelation than the regular 1920 by 1080 screen resolution, as you can see here. But again, the higher the screen resolution, the more battery is going to deplete, to waste. So it's on the bright side, it is a positive to have a high-end, a high pixel resolution display, but at the same time it's a disadvantage because it's going to waste your battery faster. But I'm glad I got it with all these configurations. And as any other ThinkPad, it has that little nibble thing there. But this unit has served me for its purposes throughout the time that I have had it. And I only had it broken once, and it was still under warranty. And the cellular card, the LTE card gave out. I sent it to Lenovo as well, and they replaced it at no charge. And also the battery was beginning to wear out. I sent it to Lenovo, and just recently I got the 2 batteries replaced at no charge as well. And it is a great unit, but it is not meant for video content creation because it doesn't have a dedicated video card, and it is beginning to show its age, and it is very slow to respond when dealing with video content creation. Now, office-wise, documents and working with office utilities and surfing the web, it's fine. It doesn't slow down. But for content creation, it's no longer good. So I wanted to give you an insight of the type of unit that I have had for all these years and what I've been using for my content creation, and also the possibility that I may be upgrading my laptop computer to either a more powerful Windows type of computer that has dedicated graphics and a faster CPU and RAM, or I may be switching altogether to a MacBook Pro. Thank you again, YouTubers, and have a wonderful day.